G'day, Steel Nation. How you going? It's Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia. What's going on, West Country? What's that? Let's go, baby! Yes, yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with the schedule?
So I think the stereotype that we drink Fosters, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The first ever Foster I saw was in America. I've never seen one.
I thought that was like Australia for beers.
For what? Steel Nation, what's going on? G'day, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Are we over it yet? I'm wearing my cool shirt. Are we over it yet? Look, no, it sucks. It sucks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. Of course it sucks. But what do you do? My title is The Pittsburgh Steelers Lose Live Stream. Life is tough and so is the NFL. It's how you respond to this. Right? So people in the Discord were like, go live, Mark, go live, go crazy, let's go. Let's just get some positive out of it. But there are a lot of negatives. It sucks. It's not good. It's not fun to lose to the Browns. But like I said in my video, first of all, congratulations to the Browns. They played a really, really tough game in the snow, took care of business, won 3-8, we're 8-3. What do you do? Now, in this show too, and I'll probably make a video out of it too because I want to give a shout out to Jeffrey Benedict. But not just yet. Not just yet. Cliffhanger. Not just yet. Soon. I'm going to go through two stats and why Thursday Night Football is probably not the best football. Right? And there's a reason behind it. But that'll be about 10 minutes in or 15 minutes in. Thank you, Sean. How'd we ever lose 24-19? Yeah, I saw your comment on SEN. All right, let's go through the chat, see what's going on, see some people in here. I know there's a lot of people going live, a lot of Steel Nation losing their mind. I'm not happy with the loss, but it won't sit on me for hours and hours. I'll be over it within, probably after the stream, I'll be over. I'll move on, all right? G'day, Jeddah, what's going on? G'day, Sean. G'day, Pepper. Thank you as well for the 3.5 hours live today. It was a lot of fun. Good time. G'day, Bubba, what's going on? And yeah, I'm going to bring it up very shortly. Very shortly. Why, if you're still there, why Thursday night games don't work for the AFC North, right? Diddle says this loss doesn't feel as bad as the Cowgirls. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't feel as bad. Now, the first quarter, bad. Second quarter, bad. Third quarter, fourth quarter, the Steelers had a lead 19-18. And there were moments where, yeah, Tomlin probably made bad choices. There were moments where, in terms of timeouts, in terms of plays, if you look at it certain ways. And there are moments where the punter shanked it, right? Tough game. Like I said, life is tough and so is the NFL. So welcome to the show. 14 people in the house. G'day, Zaya, mate. What's going on? Zaya, so we've got two podcasts in here. Steelers Dynasty podcast. The fellas out there, Shane and Bubba. And I would have invited you on, Shane and Bubba, but I feel like I want to have a bit of a rant. And just a solo show. But I do love working with Shane and Bubba from Steelers Dynasty Podcast. It's not that I'm avoiding them. It's just I want to have a bit of a solo rant, a bit of a solo show. So thank you to those guys as well. Tough loss. You guys are laughing about it there because it's 24-19, right? G'day, EJ. What's going on? Tough one, bro. Tough one for sure. G'day, Gene. What's going on, mate? Pack it up. We're done. G'day, Tony. What's going on? Loss sucks. Still we're on the North, but currently the third seed in the AFC. Yeah, it's a hard thing to swallow. But will this change the trajectory of the season? Will everything stop? You know, a lot of people are quick to judge Mike Tomlin by It was a bad game and can be very critical. But at the same time, the Steelers got Mike Tomlin, the Steelers team, and Russell Wilson is now 4-1 as a starter. Losing happens. It's how you deal with it. It's how I do my training with the pickleball coaching. You lose a point, you go get another one. You just pick it back up. That's why I did a comment in the SEN chat saying she'll be right. You just move on. That's how you deal with it. So it's all good. G'day, Vision Violet. What's going on? G'day, Sean again. That's what Shane said. Shane from Steelers Dynasty podcast after the show the other day, he said I look like an Australian version of Ace Ventura. Alrighty then. 100%. I'll talk Friday and do a show. Yelling at TV gave me a headache. Yeah, it was a crazy game. And that's why this will be my last one for today. I'll probably relax. I'll have to probably go outside for a minute. And you know what's crazy too, man? I'll bring up my little buddy. My little buddy Archie, this will be the time I go outside and sit with him, have a coffee or have a drink. So that sucks. This will be the time after all my YouTube stuff being on YouTube for 3.5 hours. I'd sit outside and just chill with him. So that sucks. That's not cool, So with great respect to my dog, he was so awesome. Alrighty. Alrighty then. It's all you, brother. I'm tapped out. Yeah, man. G'day, Joe. What's going on? What's the deal? We're 24-19. They're up by 19-18. What's the deal? Where'd the snow come from? I don't know if I do that. Where'd the snow come from? 1 minute was no snow. Next minute there's snow. Lots of snow. I blame Mark's shirt. Well, not this shirt. G'day, Daniel. What's going on? I really don't care about the loss. I think that the team can improve. My instant natural reaction is like, we fucking sucked in the first and second quarter. We came back in the third. We came back to almost win the game with Nick Herbig with a fumble. We got a turnover, right? Here's the synopsis. Is that the right word? We sucked in the first quarter. We sucked in the second quarter. Okay. Didn't work out. We got sacked and Russell Wilson was playing bad football. O-line was playing bad. Halftime, we came back. We're still down points, came back. And then we had the Nick Herbig. It was a great touchdown to Calvin Austin. Then we had the Nick Herbig sack fumble, right? Got the ball back. Then we had another interception by Jameis Winston, couldn't see in the snow, by Dante Jackson. Then the next minute, we try and run the ball and do some plays, and then we got to punt the ball away. And then they shanked the punt to the 45-yard line, allowing the Browns to go down the field and score a TD. You can't change it. What can you do? You can't change it. What's the deal? We're changing things. Still Kings and Horse. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna watch and see. Got to watch and see the Ravens losing at the Charge. I'm not too worried about it. We're gonna break now. The Steelers can bounce back against the Bengals. It's very tough to win games. Very tough to win, 6 games in a row. So we won 5 in a row in a collective thing, in an overall season collective. Like, we are now 8-3. They won 3 in a row. They lost 2. They won 5. Go and beat the Bengals. Bounce back game. Go and give revenge to the Browns and chip away and start winning the division. G'day, Chloe. What's going on? The defense didn't show up. I disagree with you. I think the defense did show up in certain parts, right? There were certain parts with the turnovers. I just think it was football. I just think overall was just football. Now, some people will call, TJ Watt, this guy washed, or this person sucked, or whatever. I think we're too quick to blame game everyone, right? I think from an outsider's perspective, from a Ravens fan or a Bengals fan, that would have been a great game to watch because, 1, it was a snow game. Snow games are always awesome. 2, it was very hard hitting, right? Very hard hitting. 3, it was crazy. There were moments where we were back by in front by a point. There was that nice touchdown from Russell Wilson to Calvin Austin. Oh my goodness, we're like, we're back in it. So yeah, it's I agree with the X too. So g'day, Chloe. What's going on? Yeah, he shanked it. It was if I see people calling him out in the comments in Twitter or wherever saying, "Oh, we need to cut our punter because he stuffed up," that's going to be exactly right. Team game, team blame, man. There was a lot of times where they could have moved the ball, and I think the choices to go 4th down just didn't work. That was pretty silly from my, I think, 4th down trying to win the game early, But the Browns, they stuffed us, dude. Their run defense was solid. Najee tries to run into a brick wall, can't go anywhere. Warren was playing pretty. Like, these guys, I think people forget, man. Not everyone, but some people forget. They're hitting each other as hard as they fucking can. Roberts hit someone really hard with his helmet and almost got, concussed or knocked out. Like when this game isn't built in fantasy, it's not built in. The fans don't play it. We don't play it. We sit back. We have beverages. I've got one more to go. Have beverages. Oh, you're on the Discord too. We have beverages, and then at that same time, when we have beverages, or we're sitting back, laughing, chilling, watching our team play as hard as we can. Some people are very critical for something that's not over yet. The season's not over, so you'll see a lot of fans say fire Tom. We'll see a lot of fans say fire Terrell Austin, fire this guy, fire JPJ or whoever. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a notch in the Steelers schedule. It's a loss. You take the loss with you take the loss and go, okay, you move on real quick. Sean says, thank you, Sean, for the $5. We're on to Cincinnati. Love it. Browns, they did really well. Fourth down, they did really well. Fourth and four, fourth down. 100% better to lose than lose them on the 8th. Yeah, I'd rather win. I'd rather see them win win at home. We can bounce back at home too. Dead set. Got 11 days off now. I think we have 11 days off to get healthy. Play in Cincinnati, then we come back to play in Pittsburgh. Right. So we're going to go 5-1. You might go 4-2 in the division. It's not the end. I think people think it's the end of the world and we suck. We can't do this, can't do that. But you know what? If you have that punt, if the punt doesn't get shanked and you keep them down to 20, you're talking about a game that's 19-18, and the Steelers hang on for a win. I just think overall the season's not over. Jedov says Zay's going to have his fucking shades on. I hope he does. I give a lot of credit to the Browns. Like, the Browns fans were out there with no shirt on in snow, playing tough. If I go to some of the stats, they'll run the ball tough, dude. Like, Nick Chubb didn't run too many yards on us, but Jameis Winston had a game. I know he turned the ball over. Like, they played pretty competitive football, and they gave Tomlin another L. Okay, I'm going to go for some small stats first, and then I do want to bring up this tweet that was tweeted or X'd by Jeffrey Benedict this week, and I'm not too sure if you guys follow him on Twitter or whatnot, but I'll bring it up in just a second, and I'm going to make that into a video too. So yeah, we've got to handle as gracefully or as proudly we handle the wins. We need to handle the same success with defeat. And defeat sucks. Life sucks sometimes. Life's hard sometimes. The NFL is tough. And then we lose 24-19. Crazy fourth quarter, right? Where is it? And even today, too, I had to do a ray gun reset in the chat because everyone was getting real chippy at each other. Real chippy, right? So Russell Wilson was 21, 28, 270, 1 TD, 4 sacks. We ran the ball okay in certain parts, right? Warren, Justin Fields. Okay, we'll talk about this thing first, and I'll go into the stat. What are your thoughts? Only punted once. There we go. And it was probably the shank, right? I'll show you in a second. So, what are your thoughts overall about the Justin Fields thing? My quick analysis or my quick fan brain says I like Justin Fields coming in. However, can we not design some pass plays too? Do you have to make Justin Fields so fucking obvious that every man and their dog knows that you are running the football with Justin Fields? I love the fact that he can run. I love the fact that we're doing it 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 4th down. However, can we see the play calling give Justin Fields some passing routes or choices or change the play? Now, there was a pass to George Pickens in the end zone, and he almost caught it, and I like that play. But can we see them, if they use Fields and bring him in to the game, can we see the Steelers use him in passing situations and not just, we're going to load the box and they're going to run it and the Browns are going to stop it? Don't like that. I don't like as well that Cordero Patterson went from East Coast to West Coast. So can we see the Steelers use Fields, as a quarterback, and where he can decide, am I going to pass, am I going to run it, or stuff like that? If you're going to use him as a quarterback as well, not just a runner. That's just my 2 cents. Alrighty, so I want to go into the stat. Right, let's do a quick. I'll do a quick ray gun reset, and after this, I'm going to go into video mode because I want to talk about some real crazy stat that makes me question Thursday night football, at least for our division. I'll be right back.
Can you hear me? Can you ask me a question?
Yes.
Alrighty, Steelers Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. As promised, I want to talk about Thursday night football and these crazy stats. And I'm going to start first off with this one that Alan Saunders tweeted out yesterday, or 2 days ago. The Steelers have never won a road divisional Thursday night football game. They are 0-7 all time, and they are now 0-5 under Mike Tomlin. Now, include that with today's loss being 24-19, Browns versus Steelers. That means that on Thursday night football, all time, that's history. The Steelers are now 0-8 all time for a road divisional. Now, remember this. Road divisional game. That's when we go to their house, Thursday night football, road divisional, AFC North. Not just versus the Browns, not versus the Ravens, not just versus the other loser team, the Bengals, right? Okay, road divisional game. Thursday night football, they're 0-7. Now they're 0-8. And also, Mike Tomlin is 0-6. My question is does the NFL have a problem with Thursday night football? It doesn't seem to have really a competitive advantage to be the away team, right? And 8-2 now were the Steelers, were they not prepared? Or was it their fault? Were the Browns a better team? Browns a much better team. Browns today, they kicked our guts. They kicked our behind. The Browns deserve the victory. It snowed. It was crazy. Fans are going crazy and wild. But my question is does the Thursday night football game affect it? And here's a crazy. You thought that was a crazy stat from a few days ago, right? Oh, but there's more. Here's a crazy stat. Okay, so from Jeffrey Benedict, who writes, I think, for Steel Curtain Network, and he used to do podcasts for them. He wrote this yesterday. He said the worst stat heading into the Steelers versus Browns is the AFC North is a combined 32-5 at home on Thursday. Okay, come back. The AFC North on Thursday is 32-5. And if I'm reading this correctly, that means the home field gets the advantage, right? These are stats. These are 100% stats. On a Thursday night football, I think in total, in all its lifespan, I hope it's its lifespan, I believe this. I'm trusting what Jeffrey is saying, as I've spoken to him, I've done podcasts with him. He's a good bloke. He's doing all these things, right? He's a good Steeler guy. So the AFC North is combined together 32-5 at home on Thursday. All right. They are now 6-25 on the road. The best conference at home, but the worst on the road on Thursday. Right? On Thursdays, Browns at home are 8-1 and Steelers on the road 2-8. And he says here, people will flip out when the Browns win. He wasn't wrong. Steeler Nation is absolutely losing their mind. But does that not just mean that the Thursday night football game has the complete advantage by being at home for the short? Now, both teams get a short time. But it looks like, from judging by these stats, that 32-5 at home, there's a huge advantage being at home. And also, if you look up probably Steelers stats, they're probably the same. They probably have a high advantage being at home and winning games at home. I remember, was it the Carolina Panthers? They versus Steelers at our house. We beat them 52 to something else. That's not a divisional game, but still, that's kind of my point, right? So we are the best conference at home, but the worst on the road on a Thursday. And the Browns 8-1 and Steelers are now 2-9. So it's not just Mike Tomlin. There's two other losses in there too. But Mike Tomlin is now like 0-6. So is it a Mike Tomlin problem? Is it a Pittsburgh Steelers problem? Is it a problem where AFC North football should be given more days than 4 days, 3 days to recover? Because the football was pretty poor at the start. At the very beginning, I think on both sides, it was pretty poor. It was a pretty poor, 10-3 game. I know it was getting cold and whatnot, but it wasn't the best football from that sense. Should AFC North teams or should the NFL scrap Thursday night games? At the same time, though, it's all about money. It's all about money. It's about getting, Amazon Prime and Netflix and all these things. And we have a really short game from Steelers versus Ravens. We go to Baltimore. Then 4 days later, we play Christmas Day, right? It's not the same. Not the same where it was like, you play every Sunday. It's all about money, coin, and making revenue and building new fans and international fans and all that kind of stuff. But it is a very crazy stat. The AFC North is now combined 32-5 at home Thursday. On the road, we are 6-25. So I don't know if that's all time, But I'm just going into what Jeffrey said, and to me, that's a pretty wild stat, which means it's not an excuse. There's no excuses here. No excuses. We played piss poor. The Steelers didn't play well on the first quarter, second quarter. Came back in the third, tried to win the game, almost 19-18, but they got the third down. They scored in the end. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying, in this sense, is the other team getting an advantage by being Thursday Night Football, 4-day rest, 3-day rest, and then next minute they come out, hammer and tongs go crazy. So I just thought that was an insane stat. The fact that you're seeing one side with the lopsided results, and it could be a preparational thing where Mike Tomlin is just not ready. Maybe he's not ready. Maybe he can't get these guys turned around or fired up. But maybe it's like, okay, you played super tough versus the Ravens. Then 4 days later, you're going to play the Browns inside their house, and they have the advantage. Would have been a different result. Could have been a different result if the Steelers were to play at home and the Browns came to us and we sneak away with a 5-point victory, right? At one stage, Nick Herbert came around, fumbled the football. Everyone's going crazy. We're like, oh my goodness, we can win this game 19-18. Need another stop. Snow was coming down crazy and hard, and they were 4-4 for fourth down. So I just thought that was something to talk about. At the same time, it's like mid-season. It's like now we're going into week 13 versus the Bengals. And we keep talking about the gauntlet, right? And they got one. It's going to happen. Like I said in my title for the live, life is tough and so is the NFL. We beat the Commanders, we beat the Ravens, and we lose against the Browns. Move on. Kind of move on. So anyway, Steeler Nation, hope you enjoyed that one. I thought it was really cool. Just a cool stat. Or, maybe the NFL does need to figure that out in that sense. Thursday Night Football doesn't always have the best product on the field, and how do you escape that? Well, you only play it once or twice a year, right? So that was a wild stat. And yeah, Mike Tomlin now goes to 0-6. Fire Mike Tomlin, the world's over. And now they're 0-8 all time. Road divisional game. So that's going into the Browns, the Ravens, or the Bengals. Tough. But we can always move on from this point and go on in 11 days' time, go on versus the Bengals and rewrite the ship and get things moving in the right direction. I think the Steelers need to do that. They've got to take accountability. The loss sucks. You deal with it. You move on. And, I think Wilson and the Fells will play better versus the Bengals after 10 days rest. There's probably a stat later too. Maybe Mike Tomlin is better after a loss after Thursday Night Football. I don't know. There's stats everywhere. Who? Lee Dooley. All right, yeah. Before I go to bed, I think Tomlin is not changing on what we coach on a short week on Thursday, and these games are terrible. That's a good point. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't changing maybe he isn't changing his plan or approach to a Thursday night game, because obviously the stats back it up, right? He's 0-7. G'day, Still Go. What's going on? He just says, I live on the Steelers, win or lose. It was a fun game. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to thank you, Chloe. Bubba. Yeah, that was nuts, dude. That was nuts. I had Tree raid me today. I have to go back and watch that. I had Tree raid me and Grossi the same time. That was pretty cool. I saw 25 people in the chat. I was like, what's going on? You know what I mean? But yeah, fire Tomlin's a thing. I don't think you fired Tomlin after that. It's a bounce back season. It's a bounce back game. All credit to no, I won't be. I can't join the call because I'm on live. No, I won't be joining the call today, guys. I'm just gonna do a live and then get do the live, and then after that I'm gonna no more YouTube. I'm off YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube. But thank you, Sean. Roberta says, what a way to play heading towards the hard knock. Yeah, it's crazy, right? So Hard Knocks coming up in December 3. But that's why I'm saying I give credit to the Browns for this win. They played us tough. Their stats say back it up. We're not very good coming into Thursday night games away. So if anything, should we really be that mad? If the stats back it up, hashtag cancelled. If the stats back it up, right? Should we be that mad knowing the fact that Mike Tomlin is 0-5, divisional game, Thursday Night Football? The Pittsburgh Steelers are 0-7, now 0-8. Are we that? Should it have been that surprising? Now, we tried to play competitively in the third quarter, fourth quarter, but maybe we shouldn't be that surprised. And I do the flip side, and I say, well, Mike Tomlin's really good against rookie quarterbacks. Mike Tomlin's really good on Monday Night Football. The Steelers haven't lost a Monday Night Football game at home in like 22 years. So it's good one way and it's bad the other. But that's why I said too, life is tough and so is the NFL. I thought the game was crazy, man. I thought the game was fun. I'm going nowhere. I'm just going to what is it? Just going to probably jump off. Because I do so much. No, I'm not quitting YouTube. I mean, like, when I do all my videos, I do all the lives, I do all these things, I just got to D-zone and not do anything. Like, just take time off YouTube. So I've been here for 5 hours. Cool off outside. Nah, it's been, honestly, like, I'm going to be very frank. It's going to be a hard no. I appreciate it, but it's going to be a no because I just need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not that I'm quitting YouTube. It's just like, got to jump off a bit. You know, not a cliff. Not jumping off a cliff. Not Ace Ventura style. If you ever meet me in person, like I know it sounds crazy, but I just do things my own way. Like, you know, I don't like being told what to do. You know what I mean? Someone says, don't delete your channel. I'll be like, deleted, be gone in a heartbeat, right? So I know I rub people the wrong way, and sometimes I don't care. I don't give a shit. But that's just the way it is. The 4 years I've been on YouTube. I'm just going to chill out, do the live, and then, you know, not sulk in the loss, but like, we lost. Who gives a fuck? Like, at the same time, who cares? You lose and you move on. G'day, Drew. What's going on? Drew says, where's Mike Williams? Yeah, that was weird. He didn't play much today. He kind of played like one down. I swear I saw one down. I saw one down. Whereas Roman Wilson, he's injured, so he's injured as well. Yeah, he's definitely out for a bit. But I don't know what they're doing with Mike Williams in that sense. We'll soon find out. Maybe they, I don't know, they trade him. They have to do some. Maybe he's not ready to play. But that Calvin Austin catch was awesome. I thought today some positives too. I thought the Steelers used Frymouth really well. But the same sense, like they're running Najee and the defense just knew what was happening. But it was smash at the same time, dude. It was smash mouth football, AFC North football. That was a crazy game. If we go on to win this season, win the Super Bowl, win playoff games, and we go far, we're not going to worry too much about losing to the Browns. And if we go 13-4, or we go 12-5, won't do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, I think I know a lot of people out there are very frustrated, very angry. Our live chat was very angry today. It happens. Like, it dead set happens. But yeah, there needs to be things improved. O-line for sure. But I did like that pass, dead set, that pass to Calvin Austin, man, was fun. It was fun. If anyone's got, we'll keep it a short show. G'day, SK from India. I'll keep it a short show or whatnot. If anyone's got any questions or what it is, because I know it's very late. How late is it? What time is it over there? Like I said, I've done a lot of YouTube. Oh, it's 1 a.m. Holy smokes. It's 1 a.m. But it's 1 a.m. on the East Coast, but it's almost 10 p.m. at night for the West Coast. Some program things too. What about Dan Marino's coach? Some program things too. Like, I won't be here tomorrow. I've got to work tomorrow and Sunday. So you won't see me for probably 2 days or whatnot, but we'll figure it out. Drew says the Browns got some good... G'day, Johnny. What's going on, mate? Hey, I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you the other day, too, for saying those nice words. I know you work with Grossi, and I got a raid today from Grossi, too, so I really do. And, I've never met you, but I've seen your videos there out that way. I appreciate the kind words, what you said the other day with my dog, Archie. Like I said, it still sucks, because these are the times I do all my YouTube things. I do all the editing, as you know. I put as much fucking energy into this. And then what I would do next is I'd run downstairs, sit outside with my dog. So it sucks. It sucks a bit like that. I wouldn't give a fuck about the loss. I go, whatever. And I walk down and then I just chill with my dog. So I appreciate you, man, for 100%. It's very frustrating, but life goes like what I'm learning is, man, is you put everything into it. You on this YouTube thing, you're all the energy into it. You be as honest as you can. And then, yeah, I would normally just chill out with my dog and then go, fuck it, who cares? Don't care. I don't even care that we lost. I don't care. Like people whinge and whine for fucking ever. I do not care that we lost. I was angry for like half an hour. Now the point is, how does my team bounce back? How do we get back in the rhythm of being a 9-3 team? How do we go and beat the Bengals in 11 days' time? So yeah, man, I appreciate the 5 and also appreciate the Grossi raid too, dude. And the nice words you said a month ago. And it's something that, everyone's got dogs and family and stuff. It's just crazy, dude. Thank you very much. And Steelers Dynasty Podcast, the new logo says, I can't sleep. This game doesn't mean anything. We could have won. It would have been nuts, dude. If Mike Williams came down that ball with a moon ball to the Hail Mary, would have been crazy. 900 says rough game. Yeah, it definitely was. Pepper gives a good big shout out to Johnny. I know he does a lot of work editing, and Grossi's very busy. You're very busy. What you do over there is insane. Still a girl says bottom line is we lost to a desperate team and wanted to spoil our record. Yeah, and the Browns play us tough. I don't know what's the Browns record versus us. I always talk about the Steelers versus Ravens record and how good that is being 8-1. But what is the Steelers versus Browns record of recent? Like, do they have our number? Not overall, but in the last 5 years, they must have our number. They must have like away games. So the Browns have beaten us the last 2 times, and they lost in 23 twice. And they've beaten us the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 5 times they're 3-2. Yeah, not bad. They have competitive games with us, man. It doesn't matter if they're 1-7 or 2-8. The Browns have our number. They play us very tough in that sense. It's gonna sting for a bit, but for me, yeah, exactly right. It'll be here and gone. You'll be yeah. TD's moved on. TD's moved on, bro. He's moved on. Yeah, thank you, Johnny, dude. That's so cool, man. It's very tough. Yeah, I even get sometimes where I'm coming home from work and I'm like, oh, he's gonna be at the door. So no, I better not talk about it. But yeah, it's very tough and it's very crazy. He was my dog, but my family still misses him. It's just crazy. It's just so crazy. He's just such a huge part of our family. So I really appreciate the work you're doing over there with Grossi. And the raid today was nuts, dude. I had 25 comments in my chat, and I was like, why did I get 25 comments? And I've been trying to go hard in the paint. We've now got over 2,700 subs. We're doing really great as a community. We're building relationships with Steelers Dynasty podcast, and I really mean it because I'm coming over for Steel. You know, this ain't fucking hold me back. Like, we're going over there for Steelers versus Chiefs game. We're versing Steelers versus Ravens. We can bounce back from this. It's not the end of the world. The end of the world is Steelers losing to the Browns. It's a football game. I'll rewatch it again. The snow was crazy. You know, we saw Herbig doing snow angels. It was kind of fun, right? It was kind of awesome. As a football fan, you feel this pain. You go, oh, move on. You know, it's like at the end of the season. If you lose a wild card game or you lose a divisional game, it sucks. It hurts. Then you move on. You go in the pub. But yeah, thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Bubba as well. Shout out to Lauren WKR on Twitch, a true Steelers fan. I've never heard of. Shout out to Lauren, man. Yeah. So used to be in the Browns. That's 5-5 this decade. That's fair enough. 5-5. Yeah, it doesn't mean too much for it. Tommy Vassetti. Dude, GTA Vice City is one of the best games ever created. One of the best games ever created. I'm pretty sure I found every single hidden package. Yeah, I feel pretty good this shirt, bro. That's one of the best games ever created. That and Tony Hawk and games like that, man. And NFL Street 2 was awesome game. Oh man. But when I bought that game, Tommy Vassetti, and the storyline was fantastic, dude. That was a great time. I just want to put it on because it was just so hot in my room. Yeah, 100%. And this is like the YouTube thing is crazy, but the community is so strong with real people, and you get like a lot of trolls here and there. But in that sense, like the game's a game, right? There's more fun that builds around this thing, you know? And it just, yeah, I do appreciate that because Grossi's killing it over there. And the fact that you come into our chat for your time's a big thing for me. If you give me the time of day, I'll give you the time of day back. Maybe not 24 hours. This chat wants me to do 24 hours one time. That'd be nuts. We should sign Big Ben back just for the Browns. Just for you know what? That record, I wish it was true. Because I think Baker Mayfield has like 14, 15 wins. At one time, Big Ben was the sole owner of Cleveland Brown Stadium. He had like 12 wins. He was a leading quarterback in the NFL to have the most wins in Cleveland. That is absolutely wild and insane to me. I love stats like that. It's like the Browns have never won a Super Bowl. The Cincinnati Bengals, they're 4-7. They're probably laughing at us. That's fine. They've never won a Super Bowl. I love stats like that. The fact that that Big Ben had 12 wins or 13 wins inside of Cleveland Brown Stadium. He held the record until Baker Mayfield took over. And then a few years later, I think Baker has like 14, 15, 16 or something like that, maybe 17, 18, I don't know. But then a few years later, they threw Baker out with the trash, and now they got Jameis Winston. But shout out, you know what? Jameis Winston played good today. Played good. We thought he gave us a 30-30 ball. Next minute we had an interception. They played good. Dead set. He's very good against Ohio. 100%. Yeah, we'll get back on track. I don't know. What was is anyone getting any key moments from the game? I think, if that punt doesn't go squibbed and shanked, we could be talking about a 19-18 win. But sometimes losses can help define you as a better team where you need to work on things. There might have been a penalty called on Nick Herbig when he was held and Jameis Winston jumped to the end zone. I thought the officiating was okay. I wasn't too bad with the officiating in that sense. I thought overall the Steelers tried to come back in the third and fourth quarter. They gave it a hell of a chance, and they were the better side. Sometimes, at the end of the day, the Browns were I know it sounds crazy, but the Browns were the better side. At the end of the day, the Browns were the better side. They beat us up. They played physical football, and that's why now we can play a bye. We have this weekend off. You play next week. You smash the Bengals. I think I might have said this in the offseason too. And another guys from SEN talked about it. In this sense, the Browns are probably the most competitive team in the AFC North. We have the Ravens number. The Bengals, I'm not too scared of the Bengals, but the Browns just seem to play us very tough. And we're kind of lucky that Nick Chubb has lost a step. He didn't have his whole quick movement, but the tight ends killed us. Whoever the tight end was, then Joker killed us. There were times that our quarterbacks couldn't reach the ball. And the money, not the money balls from Winston, but the passing to the tight end was fantastic. Jerry Jeudy blew us up. You know what I'm saying? Like they killed us. They're on fire. Revenge game next week. Drew said, I didn't like the pass on third down. I thought it was okay. I guess you can run the ball. I thought it wasn't too bad because otherwise, I guess you can run the time down. But it happened. What do you do? Take it out on the Tigers too. Nothing against Justin, but I didn't like the play call. I didn't like the fact that they put Justin Fields in there they knew they were going to run it. If you're going to bring him in, have some passing options too. 100%. Yeah, that was it too. From the get-go, being first quarter, second quarter, it didn't feel like we came out. Penalties, there were false starts, there's all kinds of things, And I know people are going to give a lot of flack to Mike Tomlin because he didn't take the fourth down, but he took the penalty. I know they're going to give. I was a bit okay. I love Mike Tomlin, but I was questioning why you didn't call a timeout in the first half. In that sense, I was like, why are you not calling a timeout? But Mike Tomlin does these things. Am I going to complain about two little things on either end where he's getting this program, this franchise to a winning side? Can they be better? 100%. Do they need to use Mike Williams? 100%. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Not getting a fourth down in the first quarter where we're spinning our wheels. We had some questionable calls. Yeah, it's going to happen. But at the same time, if you get that on the fourth down too, I thought they tried to hurry up. They tried doing a hurry up one time too. There was a fair amount of hurry up, and then the next minute they stepped the ball and it was over. So they gave the Browns a lot of short fields. Maybe they didn't respect the Browns in that sense. The Cleveland Browns fans were going crazy in the stands. They gave the Browns more opportunities in it with a short field to go and score, points. They could have been up by 17-0, 20, I don't know, 20-0. This wasn't the case. All right, Steel Nation. I think I'm done. I think I'm all out of energy. Unless you've got any more comments, but it's getting really late for you guys, getting late for me in the day. 5:20. Holy smokes! I appreciate everyone in the chat. Thank you as well for all the super chats from Sean, and Johnny Barks too, who helps out with Grossy's channel and all those things over there. You guys are awesome. We lost, but what do you do? It's life. What's my title? Pittsburgh Steelers lose. Live stream life is tough, and so is the NFL. Thank you, EJ. It's hot in here, man. I know. Some of the big dudes, man. Some of those dudes are pretty solid. They could almost play left tackle or offensive guard. They're big blokes. But yep, that's it for me. That's it for today. All out. I've got one more drink to go. Everyone's cool. Everyone's awesome. I know things got very heated today. Very, very heated. But I'll be back in probably a day's time. I've got work tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how we go. I'm here, there, everywhere. All right. Woo! Steelers lose. We lose 24-19. It's not the end of the world. It is what it is. We'll figure it out. Get better. Tackle the Bengals. 10-day rest. Don't sit in this misery or sadness too long. You know, go, oh, that sucks. Oh, we didn't play too well. The Steelers didn't play the best game. And the Browns played a good game. And then we move on. Right? We can be a good playoff team. But losing to the Browns, of course, 2-8, I get it. I understand. I get it. All righty. Thank you. Thank you, Bubba and Shane out there. And thank you. Pepper says, night, y'all. I can't say that. We're on to Cincinnati. I'll see you guys later. Where's my video? See you guys. I'll see you guys later. Hey, Road. Got the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.